Over the weekend, Roblox posted a press release in response to the lawsuit sent to them by the Louisiana Attorney General, along with posting a video going over more of the reason why they decided to ban vigilantes like Schlep. In this video, they once again repeat that vigilantes would pose as children and attempt to get adults off the platform, which they say violates their policies. They also claim in this video that evidence given to them by vigilantes would be difficult to verify, causing Schlep to reply saying that he's tried everything to reach out to Roblox and he's gotten a brick wall. On top of this, Roblox's Chief Safety Officer Matt Kaufman, who appeared in the video, had his Roblox badges revealed, showing that he would visit RP and condo games as early as October 2024 last year, bringing up questions as to why these places took so long to moderate. Welcome to the internet versus Roblox's Double Down. It starts when Roblox RTC tweets out a section from Roblox's press release and captions it, "Roblox publicly defends itself against the Louisiana AG lawsuit, claiming that their trust and safety team typically takes minutes to address inappropriate content." And attached is some of the statement that says, "Roblox responds to Louisiana AG lawsuit. We dedicate substantial resources to help detect and prevent inappropriate content and behavior. Our community standards set clear expectations for how to behave on Roblox and define restricted experiences. We have both advanced AI models together with a large, expertly trained team with thousands of members dedicated to protecting our users and monitoring 24/7 for inappropriate content. For inappropriate content, our trust and safety team takes swift action, typically within minutes, to address violative material, and accounts are removed through AI scans, user flags, and proactive monitoring, with a dedicated team focused on enforcement and swift removal. For instance, Diddy experiences violate our real-world sensitive events policy, and we have a dedicated team working on scrubbing that content from the platform. In August, we released our latest open source model, Roblox Sentinel, an advanced AI-powered system designed to help detect child endangerment interactions early for faster intervention. Human experts continue to be essential for investigating and intervening in the cases Sentinel detects." Green Lego Cats replies, "Well, we're at about 4 million minutes for Meep City." And Redacted replies, "What in Meep City is inappropriate besides the players? I'll wait." And Cam replies, "That is against Roblox's creator terms to refuse to moderate bad actors in your game/community." Then he attaches a link to the Roblox terms of use, so yes, that's the issue. Please do not be dense and pay attention. This rule was actually added because of Meep City. Chiseled replies to the original post of Roblox's press release by saying, "Roblox needs to shut the fuck up and stop lying." Snyder says, "It's official. Roblox is not changing anytime soon. They are quadrupling down. It's a shame." Minos Prime says, "I reported an inappropriate clothing item 3 years ago and they still haven't done anything. Fuck out of here." Ruben Sim quote tweets RTC with this gif saying that they have now septupled down. Roblox also put out a video statement on their YouTube by David Baszucki, where he tweets it out with the caption, "Safety and civility have always been our top priority. Here's an update on our safety releases over the past few weeks, including our updated approach to vigilantism. We also preview additional releases in the works." And Alex Rosen replies, "I hate you with a passion. David Ban Schleppy loves peas." Simulege quote tweets David with this clip in the caption, "Am I the only one who thinks this is AI? Listen to his voice, bro."
Welcome, I'm Dave Baszucki, founder and CEO at Roblox, and you're listening to Tech Talks, where we talk about everything that's happening at Roblox. We have a fast follow today. We're joined again by Matt Kaufman and Eliza Jacobs from our safety and civility team.
Creekcraft quote tweets David and says, "About halfway through this video, and this feels like the most scripted PR corporate response Roblox has issued in a while. Some good updates, genuinely, but holy shit, Roblox is out of touch with their community." And CSK replies to Creek by saying, "Am I tripping or do their voices sound like they're AI?" And Creek says, "They sound like AI voice-acted NPCs." Kanoi Full quote tweets David and says, "You know shit gets bad when the creator of Skibbity Toilet responds to this situation." And attaches a YouTube comment from DaFuckBoom, who said, "This PDF CEO guy looks AI generated." Snyder then puts out a thread on the video going over some of the highlights, where they tweet out, "Roblox just launched a 1-hour response to their lack of child safety, from Roblox claiming to have chat logs of vigilante groups circumventing proper forms of reporting to the implied mentions of Schlep. Here are the highlights of thread. Roblox's chief safety officer claims groups, with David's wording implying they have anecdotal evidence on vigilante groups like Schlep. David looks clueless at 47 seconds about the exact situation. Is he aware of the outcry around this issue? Here's the clip with heavy implications of Schlep. Watch it yourself.
We looked at what they were saying, we looked at what they were reporting, and all of that went into our moderation system so that we could go and identify bad actors on the platform and take them off, and bad content on the platform. But then we saw something change What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies. And so let me explain what that means. They would go and create accounts on Roblox claiming to be a child. And then they would enter into game servers and they would go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out adults. If you said that you were 12 or you said you were 7, they would just move on. But if you said that you were 25, then they would start engaging in conversations and they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this anecdotal? Because I know we have chat logs for all chat on Roblox and historical records. Are you able to kind of take a look at this stuff?
Yeah. So unlike other social media and communications platforms, we don't encrypt anything, and we have systems that are monitoring for this type of behavior. So we saw these actors, they're pretending to be kids, they're trying to find adults, and then what they're doing is they're trying to move the conversation as quickly as possible to other platforms that don't have the type of monitoring and policies that Roblox has. And then they were using that activity that happened on other platforms to create situations that they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
Snyder continues their thread. Seconds later, Roblox's chief safety officer farther elaborates, saying that predator catching without the direct permission of Roblox is now against Roblox TOS and could get you banned.
And there's a bunch of issues in here. Number one, the violation of our policies about being honest about how old you are. Number two, moving conversations off platform. And number three, waiting to tell Roblox when they identified violative behavior to come and tell us so we could take action. All of those things are against our policy. And all of those things make it more difficult for us to keep the platform safe. I think some of these groups started off in a really good place, and they started off and they still do really care about the community. The actions that they were taking were putting our community at greater risk and were violations of our policy.
The thread continues. David Baszucki, earlier in the video, started speaking about his endorsement of the Take It Down Act. David Baszucki speaks a little bit uneasily in this video, before the topic of vigilantes, even laughing nervously at around the 15-second mark. Does he know something is wrong internally? Do they need legislation to push them to action? Because it seems like they haven't done much themselves these last few years.
And highlighting that everyone in this area is trying to do the right thing would be Senators Cruz and Klobuchar with the Take It Down Act, which really is a law around deep fakes of compromising photos of yourself and the horror or tragedy that can happen if those can't be taken down quickly. So we do see this bipartisan support for wise legislation around that. Generally, the FBI, law enforcement, and others is starting to raise a little caution about this activity. But can you share a little bit more about, we'll start on the video side of what's happening and how law enforcement's reacting to it?
Sure. We can talk about vigilantism and how that's evolved some on Roblox over the last year or two. I want to start off by saying that both inside of Roblox, and I think that there are lots of people outside of Roblox who really have the best intentions and the welfare of our community at heart.
And the thread continues, Roblox explains why they are so silent about their moderation and the actions they take.
And we report a lot of stuff to law enforcement when we find stuff that crosses a line and becomes illegal. And one of the things is when we report stuff to law enforcement, yes, we don't publicize that. And we don't publicize it mainly because we want law enforcement to make the decision about what is illegal and what is not. And we leave it up to them. We don't want to pass judgment on our own without getting law enforcement involved. And that's why we're quiet about those things.
JNY quote tweets this clip and says, "This is Roblox's chief safety officer. I have never seen a person that could fit the uncanny child predator phenotype so perfectly. Everything works as a subliminal signal to keep this guy away from kids. It's crazy how that works." Snyder continues the thread by saying, Roblox claims that the video evidence collected by vigilantes such as @RealSchlep could be faked. They say that it's too complicated to verify the evidence.
And the other piece is oftentimes the sort of evidence that was collected, the video evidence, was really difficult to verify, really difficult for us. And if law enforcement had to verify it, then they're talking about subpoenas. And so I think something that sometimes seems obvious to folks in the community really is just much more complicated on the back end. And we want to really arm law enforcement with the information that they need to do their job. And that's what we do when we engage with them.
Alex Rosen quotes the clip and says, "That's the police's and a jury's job to verify. Why is Roblox playing lawyer for peas? P.S. Schlep has helped assist in 6 arrests directly from Roblox, all with ironclad evidence. We've caught people who have used Roblox to solicit from None of this was faked. We can prove endless evidence of predatory behavior, but Roblox can't provide a single piece of evidence of it being faked. Sickening. And Schlep replies, if they wanted me to verify anything, they could have contacted me. It's hard to verify. Okay, reach me out. I'll literally give you the login. I'll go on mobile, whatever. I've made it clear to Roblox, give me a direct line. Anything you need, I can give you, and it's been a brick wall. And Snyder continues the thread with this clip in the caption, David Baszucki, CEO, warns that we don't know the full situation. Give us full transparency. That's the only way we can ever believe you after the reputation the Roblox platform has garnered.
I would urge caution for people who, try to assess what's going on just by what they see on social media here, because there's so much more going on behind the scenes of this.
And the thread continues, Roblox says they can't trust screenshots from off-platform. Their view is this, trust no one.
People say, well, gee, look, it's my screenshot. Why don't you trust me? I just took the screenshot. I'm sending it to you. But I would say, especially in today's world of generative AI content, you could imagine what might happen if we started acting on evidence that was presented to us that's collected on somebody else's platform. We can't do that. That would be a significant risk to the community, and a significant risk in particular to the most popular people on the community who end up being targets of this type of activity.
And the thread continues, Roblox proceeds to state that this isn't one account, implying it wasn't just a Schlep. The issue apparently was that people were being put at stake due to vigilantes being improper in their reporting methods, and how they went about reporting predators being risky to the safety of the users.
The other thing is that activity was happening across a large number of accounts. So it wasn't just an account that was engaging in this. We saw lots of accounts engaging in it, and we wanted to understand how those accounts interrelated with each other. Because as you know, sometimes you have one bad actor, but they could have lots of different accounts.
And it continues, is there more Roblox can do? They think so. Roblox is beginning to crack down on some games with intimate spaces that invite policy-violating behavior.
The question is, are we doing enough? And, is there more we can be doing?
I think there's always more we can be doing, and we will continue to evolve our policies and our products to respond to new threat vectors and new forms of abuse. And we're working now on a policy update around games that have intimate spaces in them. So that's things like bedrooms and bathrooms. We are really listening to our community to understand where are the good uses of that. We have lots of role-playing games that have those kinds of spaces that are totally legit. And then we have some spaces where that's inviting some policy-violating behavior. And so you'll see soon an update from us on that front.
And then Snyder continues, Roblox claims they are doing 3 main actions to improve their moderation.
1, we're investing more in our partnerships with law enforcement agencies, public policy groups, parent groups, and other advisory organizations to help us understand how we can do a better job. That's number 1. Number 2 is we're taking a much more proactive stance in open sourcing key technology that we have on the platform. So we open sourced our voice moderation model last year. And just recently, we open sourced a new model that helps with the detection of grooming and other types of harms that evolve over a long period of time. And the third thing we're doing is we are trying to set a standard for what safe communication means. And that's not just safe communication for kids, but it's also for teens.
And Snyder continues, Roblox is rolling out bad scenes detection. If Roblox detects a bad scene in a server, it will shut down the server and inform everyone in it that it detected a violative behavior.
So with our bad scenes detection, which we're starting to invest in, is we're saying there might be a game server, a game running with, 20 people or 30 people in it. And instead of trying to figure out who the one individual is who's causing the problem, we will just take down that one server, alert everybody to the fact that the behavior there was violative, and do that to be more proactive in addressing some of these issues.
And Ducks Are Cool says, so if I press a W and D behind somebody, that can cause a server shutdown? Thanks, Roblox. Real helpful. Then over on r/Roblox, Pure Solid posted this RTC tweet titling it, Roblox loses $12 billion in 9 days. And Noob Freak replies, hope this wakes them up. And Senior Cactus Man says, they will just do some measures to make it seem like they are doing something, get the spotlight off of them, and act as if nothing happened. banned. The problem is the money-hungry CEO, and Banana Sauce replies, and shareholders. An extra personality says, the CEO deserves it, honestly. The CEO has fucked the game up badly. And Baszucki replies, it's not even like it's a change of management. The team has been the same since the beginning. And Alvark replies, it's been a downhill spiral since they went public and now have to appease the shareholders, in my opinion. Schlep then tweets out this screenshot with the caption, literal members of Congress are saying #FreeSchlep. This is bipartisan. Both Republicans and Democrats see Roblox's safety issues as a problem. And he attaches this tweet from Representative Lori Schlegel, where she says, while Roblox's CEO gaslights us that safety has always been a top priority, community notes reveal the truth. The platform has a history of refusing to take action against S predators. This kids game even hosts S games. Parents beware. #FreeSchlep. And Madam Savvy replies, well, no, they don't care about Roblox. A Republican politician sold off his stock he was holding for years last month. They will use this to pass ID verification laws. They don't actually care because they've been profiting off of it. Pelosi even had stocks, and this was well after the 2018 reporting. It is bipartisan to pass control measures to monitor adults and continue propaganda. And on that note, Attorney General Liz, who we covered in the last episode of this series, actually quote tweeted Bloomberg Law, who's talking about ID verification, specifically in Louisiana, and Liz said, big tech platforms must get on board with age verification laws instead of fighting them using fraudulent experts. NetChoice, an association of big tech companies, filed this lawsuit attempting to thwart our efforts to protect Louisiana children through common sense age verification and other mechanisms. That they're trying to prosecute their case through an expert whose opinions are AI hallucinations is mind-boggling. I will always stand for our children and against those, real or artificial, who would place them in harm's way. And Lance replies, Roblox needs slapped upside the head for their BS, yes, but we're not giving you corrupt bureaucrats more power. Attaching this Scooby-Doo meme where it says, protect children from obscenity, and then taking off the mask and it says, control and intimidate the masses into obedience. And Packer Girl replies to Liz by saying, thanks for proving my point that Roblox is a Trojan horse for your unconstitutional age verification laws, Karen. However, back over to the video that the CEO of Roblox posted, it got unlisted with Ruben Sim tweeting out this screenshot. He then quote tweets his own post with this comment he left on the video, where he says, why does Roblox keep bringing up pretending to be kids? Would they rather have Schlep use real kids in his sting operations? And his comment continues with another timestamp that we looked at earlier, and Ruben says, official law enforcement investigations come first. It's much more important to get bad actors arrested IRL than to have their Roblox accounts banned. When they're in jail, Roblox can ban the account and begin scraping messages for inappropriate behavior. If Roblox takes action before the person is arrested, it can alert the bad actor and give them a heads up to delete evidence before the police can search or seize their devices. Also, why is this video unlisted? He then replies to his own post saying that his comment has been deleted. Lord Cowcow then tweets out these screenshots with the caption, was told Roblox's chief safety officer, Matt Kaufman, has some interesting badges in his inventory. These show he has visited the following experiences. Pilchero outfits, open. Closed off condo game in Roblox's The Hatch event. Dollhouse RP, placed under review today. Full of info sharing, age play, dating, etc. Teddy's largest condo, banned. 76 million visited dating game. He has a Halloween 2024 badge that was only available for a limited time. Your sus roommate, banned. Suggestive AI girlfriend game with a sus ending. Romeet, closed by the devs. Omegle/Tinder-esque game that often saw dating and predatory behavior occur. He then continues his thread by saying his badges are public so any of you can view them. It is important to note we do not know why he played these. He could have done so for moderation purposes. I'm only making an observation of publicly accessible info. Do not harass or attack him. It is incredibly unlikely he was playing these because he enjoys condos. The fact he has them is a cause for concern, especially since they were apparently obtained way before the games got taken down. Nothing here implies he's a regular at condos or likes them though. This could very well just be for moderation/investigation purposes. I don't know why he played them or why it seems to have taken forever for action to be taken, but the odds of him playing these because he likes condos is near zero. Roblox RTC then tweets out, in response for 17-year-olds being allowed in social hangouts that included private spaces such as bathrooms or bedrooms, Roblox has stated that they are now considering 17 versus 18 for these experiences. And Rox replies, hangout games in general shouldn't even be for kids. And RTC says Roblox in their new FAQ in the article from yesterday had given a statement to your question, and attaches a section where they say why keep the social hangout genre at all instead of removing it. We want to support our community's creativity, and most social hangout experiences are not inherently violative or unsafe. However, due to violative user behavior that we've seen in these experiences, we've decided to restrict them to users 13 and older at a minimum and 17 and older if they include private spaces. Creek quote tweets RTC and says, making these games 18 plus solves the problem of inappropriate content for minors, I guess. but I still don't think virtual S games should be on the platform. Schlep quote tweets the post and says, Roblox is considering making S games 18+. Asmongold replies to the post by saying, the reason Roblox is trying so hard to hold onto S content is because they know it attracts a lot of users. Any reasonable person would see a kid-centric platform with S minigames/content and just simply remove it. They're not stupid, they're malicious. Asmongold was also on stream and tested out Roblox, and Schlep tweets out this clip.
Very own home in Meep City. Oh man. Oh man.
Roblox RTC then tweets out, David Baszucki's Roblox account has been terminated. And Smugalana replies, wait, what? And Lucas says, Buddy broke his own TOS. Creekcraft quote tweets the post and says, the Roblox AI either went rogue or there's a rebellion going on inside Roblox HQ right now. And Osarian replies to David's account getting banned by saying, I guess Roblox is finally taking action against child predators. However, he was quickly unbanned when Ruben Sim tweets out these screenshots with the caption, update, David Baszucki has been resurrected. Oppressed tweets out, at Roblox, I have a serious question as a parent. Why is there a limit on the amount of games I can block my kid from playing? I can't even stop my kid from playing these degenerate S bathroom/shower/hug games because you have a limit on how many games I can block for my kid. So how is it on the parents to protect what our kids are doing if you are setting limits on how many S experiences I can block? What the fuck is this? I would like to see no limit on this since it's my responsibility to protect my kid and I can't rely on you guys to protect my child. And SK says, yeah, it's best to keep your kids away from Roblox like the other parents too. Right now, it's not recommended to have them play while Roblox is hopefully making changes. And Oppressed replies, I monitor everything my kid does on Roblox. Thankfully, he has not been exposed to games like this, and I talk with him about what to do if something like that happens, but I will not risk letting my child get exposed. I likely will be taking it away temporarily from him until Roblox stops limiting us on how many games we can protect our kid from. He then follows up that he posted on the Roblox forum saying, update from Roblox. Roblox staff sent me a direct message replying to my dev forum post on the issue and said they agree there is an issue and they're looking into it. And it's a screenshot of Hakai Shin saying, thanks for letting us know. We agree there's an issue and we're looking into it. Schlep tweets out this screenshot with the caption, even Meep City isn't safe. And it's a whole bunch of people wearing Schlep uniforms on Meep City saying, free Schlep, don't be silly, free Schlep. And Lizard replies, I want everyone chanting, take the step and unban Schlep. Dexerto then tweets out, a petition calling for the removal of Roblox's CEO David Baszucki has received more than 100,000 signatures. The campaign accuses Roblox leadership of putting children on the platform at risk and ignoring community concerns. Attaching this screenshot showing 103,000 verified signatures. And Schlep replies, he needs to resign. His philosophy is why we're here. He wants dating for Roblox. Schlep then also tweets out this screenshot of him and Chris Hansen having a FaceTime call. And your local goat replies, bro in the corner, with a screenshot of SpongeBob. And Schlep replies, true. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Kiko, Sal, Dakota's Bandito, Captain Crashout, and 19 Kilometers. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.